So in today's session, we are going to discuss about GlideDateTime API. Okay. So GlideDateTime is a server-side API, which is used to do date-related operations. Date-related operation. So this API can only be used on the server side. You cannot use this API in the client side. Okay. Fine. So we will actually understand about GlideDateTime in detail in today's session. So I'm going to open the background script to explain about GlideDateTime. So guys, GlideDateTime, you can actually declare GlideDateTime using new keyword where GDT is equal to new GlideDateTime. This will give you today's date time by default. It will give you today's date time by default. Let me use gs.print here. Okay. GDT, GlideDateTime. So here, today's date and time it is giving here. Guys, remember, by default, system will give you the time in GMT format, GMT time zone. Okay. Current time in GMT. So 5 hours 36 minutes AM. You can see 5 hours 36 minutes AM. By default, system will give you the time zone. By default, system will give you the time in GMT format. GMT means global Greenwich Mean Time Zone. Yeah. GMT time now means Greenwich Mean Time. Okay. So by default, you will get the time in the GMT format. Okay. Not get display value. It is taking another time zone that is actually 6 hours 31 minutes. 6 hours 37 minutes. This is taking in another time zone. So by default, it will give you the time in GMT time zone, guys. Okay. So guys, here this will give you current time in the GMT time zone. Okay. This will give you GMT time zone. Here, if you provide any date, okay, it will actually take that particular date. If you don't provide any date, it will give you current date. Okay, let us say October 13th I am giving here. Okay. Year, month, date, whatever the date that we have taken here, that date it is taking. If you don't provide any date, it will take current date time in the GMT format. Got it right? Hmm? Clear, right? Yes. Whatever you kept it in the single quotes, that date it is taken. We will use gs dot now date time. It is taking in another time zone. Gs dot now date time. Hmm. So we'll come to that later, guys. Okay. So if you don't provide any date, it will take current date time in the GMT format. If you provide any date, it will take that particular date, guys. So from this date, I want to get year separately. Okay. Dot get year. It will take only the year separately. 2024. I want to get month separately. It will only take date. It will take only month. Okay. If you want get only day, get day of the month. Get day of the month. So get day of the month means it will give you third. Okay, I have given 13th here, right? It is taking as per the time zone. Get day of the month. Get day of the month local time. Get day of the month local time. I am taking that. Get days it is taking, right? Get day of the month. It is actually get days in the month. In the October month, how many days are there? It is taking. It is not that we want. Get day of the month local time. This is the method that we want. So it will actually give you it is supposed to give 13th. We are able to get year separately. We are able to get a month separately. We are able to get a date separately. Using get a day of the month, you can get the dates day separately. If you want to get only date, this is actually date. This is actually time. So totally, you see, it is date time, guys. If you want only get date, okay, you can use get date. It will only get date. You can see 2024 October 13th. It is only taking date. Got my point? If I want to get only time, get local time. So it is giving incorrect time. Get time. It is giving incorrect time. Okay. So to get the time, we will use different approach, guys. Okay. GDT dot split space index of 1. Index of 1. I am actually splitting it using space, guys. So that it will take only the time. Okay, it is taking time, but it is taking one here. It is taking one here. Mm, just get time and all. It is taking 1 hour extra. They are also using split method, guys. They are also using split method. Okay, what we will do is dot toString dot split index of 1. We will see if we may get at the time. Okay, now we are getting perfectly. So this one I am converting as a string using dot toString method. This one is not a string, guys. I am converting it as a string and then I am splitting using space. I am using index 1. Index 1 means this one. This is how I am able to get the time separately. Okay. We are able to get the year separately, month separately, day separately, date separately, time separately. Okay. Okay. October 13th is Monday or Tuesday or Wednesday or Thursday, Friday, Saturday or Sunday. Which day actually it is? Is it Monday? October 13th is actually coming on which day? Sunday. So I want to check, guys, using scripting. Well, guys, 1 means Monday, 2 means Tuesday, 3 means Wednesday, 4 means Thursday, 5 means Friday, 6 means Saturday, 7 means Sunday. So GDT dot get day of the week local time. Get day of the week local time. So it is giving 7. 7 means Sunday. 7 means Sunday. Okay. 14th is falling on which day? Monday. 15th is falling on which day? Tuesday. Likewise, today is weekend or weekday I want to identify. What I will do? I will store this in a variable. Okay. I will store this in a variable. per day is equal to. Okay. gs.print weekend. Weekday. So here obviously it is a weekday, right? Likewise, you can identify today is weekend or weekday. Hmm? You got my point, right? Fine. So what is our time zone here? We have selected here as Europe time zone. Okay, we have selected the Europe time zone. Okay. So you can use GDT dot. There will be a method here called set time zone. You can actually set the time zone here, guys. You can set the time zone using this set time zone. We'll come to that point later, guys. Okay, how to set the time zone and all I'll be explaining you sometime. So we are able to understand how to identify the weekday or weekend. If you want to add 10 days to the selected date, okay, GDT dot add days, 10 days. Okay, GDT dot add days, 10 days. I'm actually keeping gs dot print GDT. So what is it giving? It is giving 25th October. It is actually adding 10 days to the given date. Add days, add days in local time. So local time means I think it is with the time zone. Local time means it is with the time zone. Okay. It is also doing the same. Add months. If I have to add 10 months to the selected date, it is actually adding 10 months. It is actually 2025 August 15th. Add months in local time. Okay. Add seconds, add weeks, add years. Okay. Add months, add weeks, add seconds. Okay. Add years. So if I have to add 10 weeks to the selected date. So this is the date that we are getting. If you add 10 weeks to the selected date. Hmm? Got it, right? So gs dot days ago, where date is equal to gs dot days ago. Here minus 10 I am giving. What is the difference between this one and what is the difference between this one? This will add 10 days to the current date. This will add 10 days to the current date, guys. Okay, it is actually giving 13th. It has added 10 days to the current date. But here we have selected a date. To the selected date, it is actually adding 10 days, guys. This one is actually adding 10 days to the selected date. This one is actually adding 10 days to the current date. You understand, right? So likewise, you can add days, you can add months, okay? You can add years, you can add weeks. What if I want to add hours? What if I want to add hours? Do you have any add hours here? Do you have any add hours here? No, right? If I have to add 18 hours to the selected date, that is where we have to use glide duration. If you want to add durations to the selected date, you have to use glide duration, where duration is equal to new glide duration. It is also a server-side API. So here you have to take the duration, guys. First of all, 18 hours, right? 18 hours. How many minutes? 60 minutes. How many seconds? 60 seconds. So you have to convert into milliseconds. Okay. This particular date, you have to add this duration. Okay. For that, I'm using another API called Glide Schedule API, where schedule is equal to new glide schedule, okay, where final date is equal to schedule.add GDT comma duration. Okay. gs.end final date dot final date dot display value. You can see here, if you add 18 hours to this particular date, let us remove this, is adding one more hour here. It has added exactly 18 hours here. 18 hours here. To the 15th date, it has added 18 hours here. Got my point? It has added. What is this glide schedule actually? Guys, remember, if you take IT office as an example, IT office is from Monday to Friday. Monday to Friday. Saturdays, Sundays are holidays. In the Monday to Friday also morning 9 to evening 5. Remaining hours are not our hours. Remaining hours are not office hours, right? Okay. So that means here, if I have to exclude Saturdays, Sundays, if I have to exclude out of working hours, if I have to exclude Saturdays, Sundays, if I have to exclude out of working hours, then we have to use glide schedule, guys. Let us take, I am adding 20 days. Okay, I am adding 20 days to the selected date, guys. So it is giving November 2024. November 2024. If I add 20 days to the selected date, it is giving November 4th, 2024. In the middle, Saturdays, Sundays also will come, right? If I don't want to count the Saturdays, Sundays, if I want to exclude the out of working hours, I should calculate only morning 9 to 5. Okay. Clear, right? Fine. Then that is where schedules concept will come into picture, guys. Okay. So here 8 to 5 weekdays excluding holidays. There is already a schedule. If you want, you can also create a new schedule as well. You have created a schedule 8 to 5 weekdays excluding holidays. Okay. Weekly on weekdays. Okay. It will calculate only weekdays. Here it is selected as every weekday. Only weekdays will be calculated from morning 8 a.m. to evening 5 p.m. And here Republic Day is a holiday. It will be excluded here. Okay. Total day, all day is actually excluded here. Independence Day, August 15th. Whole day, all day here, excluded, August 15th. So here I have created a schedule, 8 to 5 weekdays. It will calculate only morning 8 a.m. to evening 5 p.m. Only on weekdays. It will exclude Saturdays, Sundays. It will exclude August 15th and January 26th. So this schedule system ID, you have to take it here. You just keep that system ID in the glide schedule here. Just run the script. You can see it is giving December 27th. It has excluded Saturdays, Sundays. It has excluded out of working hours. That means daily it is calculating only 8 hours. Morning 8 to evening 5 means how many hours? 9 hours. Huh? Total daily it is calculating only 9 hours. So here 20 days time, 20 days time means 20 days in hours. Okay, 20 into 24, 480 hours. So today 9 hours, tomorrow 9 hours, day of tomorrow 9 hours. Likewise, every day it will calculate only 9 hours. It will exclude Saturdays, Sundays. So likewise, if it remove, so it is removing out of working hours, it is removing Saturday, Sundays. Finally, it is giving December 27th as an output. You got my point, right? Hmm? Okay. Is today is last day of the month or not? I want to check. Is today is last Saturday of the month or not? I want to check. Last day of the month or not? I can check it easily. How can I check it easily? Shekhar, you answer me. If today is last Saturday of the month or not? If today is last day of the month or not, we can check it easily. How can we check it? Tell me. Hmm? Using glide system, we can check it. Is today is last day of the month or not? Last day of the. So this one is clear, right? Hmm? Okay. I don't have to do anything. GS dot is last day of the month or not? Is today is last day of the month or not? You can check it easily. It is saying false. Today is not the last Saturday, last day of the month. Okay. I want to check today is the last Saturday of the month or not. That is where you have to again use glide date time. Where selected date is equal to new glide date time GS dot end of this month. Okay. End of this month means it will give you October 31st. October 31st is Saturday or not? I want to check first. Where day is equal to selected dot day of the week. Day of the week, local time. You can pick anyone. So GS dot end fourth. Fourth means Thursday. Fourth means Thursday. That means last day of this month is this month is not Saturday. Then what I will do? I am writing a while loop here. Day not is equal to Saturday. 6 means Saturday. If day is not Saturday, select date dot add days minus 1. That means remove one day. Means it will become October 30. 31st become October 30. October 30 day again I am taking here. where selected date dot day of the week. October 30 day I am taking here. Again, it will check that day is actually Saturday or not. Okay. If that is not Saturday, it will remove one more day. It will become 29th, October 29th. October 29th day you are taking here. October 29th, October 29th is Saturday or not, I have to check. Is October 29th Saturday? No. 28th Monday. 27th Sunday. 26th Monday. 26th Saturday. So here when it is October 26th, then it will be Saturday. Then this condition will be false. If this condition is false, it will come out of the loop. Years.print. Years.print. You will use selected date dot. You will print the selected date of October 25th. So ideally it should give you October 26th. Ideally it should give you October 26th as a Saturday. Okay. Got my point, right? So if you want to compare the dates, what you can do is both are equal or not, I am checking. If today is last Saturday, then it will say true. If today is not the last Saturday, it will say false. It is giving false. So finally it has become false. Getting my point? So likewise, today is last Saturday of the month or not? Today is last Sunday of the month or not? Hmm? Today is first Sunday of the month or not? First Saturday of the month or not? Second Saturday of the month or not? You can check it using glide date time, guys. I have used combination of glide date time and glide system here. You notice one thing here. Got my point, right? Hmm? I will show you one example so that you will be able to understand better. Today, I wrote a logic. You can see here, should allow you to select only within 7 days from the current date. Within 7 days from the current date. Current date is October 3rd, right? From the October 3rd, it will allow you to select only 7 days. If you select outside of 7 days, it will throw an error, guys. What is telling? Date should be within 7 days from the current date. For that, what I have done here is, I have written a client script, on change client script. I have written a on change client script on the date field. This is actually installation deadline field. So that is what it is, right? Installation deadline field. On this particular field, I write a on change client script. The on change client script, I have used glide ajax to call the script include. Why did I write script include? Because glide date time is a server side API. Because we can't write glide date time in the client scripts. I called the script include. Inside the script include, I have created this method. Inside the method, I am passing the selected date. This param selected date. We'll go to the script include. I am going to the script include. If you see here, inside the script include, I am calling this method. Here, from the current date, I am taking only date. From the selected date, I am only taking the date. I am taking the difference between this date and selected date. I am taking the difference between today's date and selected date. You can see GS dot, I'm using glide system here. GS dot date difference between today's date and selected date. True means it will give the output in the seconds. Okay. If the difference is positive number means the date is in the future. Negative number means the date is in the past. Selected date is in the past. So the difference should be greater than 0. Greater than 0 means that should be in the future. Whatever the date that you have selected, that date should be in the future. And in the future also, you can see difference is greater than 7 days. 7 days into seconds. So that means within this range only you have to select the date. Greater than 0, less than 7 days. And status I am passing within 7 days, not within 7 days. That is the output that I am passing here. If you see in the response, if you receive not within 7 days, I am showing a message, date should be within 7 days from the current date. You got my point? So if I just refresh this one, on this particular field, we have wrote a on change client script, guys. You all know client scripts. We wrote on change client script. The on change client script, I'm selecting within 7 days. That means I'm selecting 8th date. So if I select 8th date, it is allowing me to select a date. If I select outside of those days, those 7 days, date should be within 7 days from the current date. Suppose if I select a past date, any past date, August 1st, I am selecting. Date should be within 7 days from the current date. Getting my point? So we wrote a on change client script here. Through the on change client script, we are calling the script include, we are calling this method. Inside the method, we are passing the selected date here. New value means a selected value. Okay. So that selected value we are receiving using this dot get parameter. So we are taking current date, and from the selected date we are taking only date. We are actually taking the difference between these two dates. And if the difference is greater than 0 and less than 7 days, then within 7 days. Else outside, not within 7 days. And you are passing status here. The status you will get it as response here. If that is not within 7 days, you are showing, we are actually clearing the field value. You are actually showing an error message. Got my point? Hmm? Okay. Okay. So we have seen how to identify the weekday or weekend. Hmm? How to identify the last Saturday of the month. How to add days to particular date. How to add durations to particular date. Hmm? So using glide date time, you can do date related operations. So regarding time zones and all, I'll explain you in tomorrow session, guys. Okay? You guys are clear with the glide date time concept? Okay. And we have few more methods where today is equal to new glide date time. So you have an option called set year, set month as well. So if you want to change the year to 2025, if you want to change the year to 2025, okay, where Nilima, we will be discussing the real-time use cases in coming sessions. This is actually about explaining about the glide date time. Use cases we'll be discussing separately in coming sessions. Getting my point? This is actually about explaining how the API works. Getting my point? We'll be using glide record. We'll be using glide record secure. We'll be using glide aggregate, glide date time, glide schedule, glide system, glide duration. In coming sessions, we are going to discuss server-side scripts like business tools, scheduled jobs, email notifications, email scripts. There will be using all these APIs. This is for just for explaining the API methods. These are actually the not use cases actually. Okay, I'm just explaining how it can be used just to make you understand. I'm explaining some scenarios how the methods are useful. So if you see when I am actually explaining glide system, how the glide system is used with the glide record along with the glide record, I told you, right? When I am explaining glide aggregate, how glide aggregate works same as glide record, how glide aggregate and glide record combination is used, I told you, right? So when we are removing the duplicate records, to identify the duplicate records, we have used glide record. To delete the duplicate records, we have used glide record. Combination of glide record, glide aggregate. Combination of glide record, glide system. Combination of glide system, glide aggregate. Combination of glide date time and glide system. We have to use it based on the scenario, guys. Okay. See, this is not This topic is to explain about a glide datetime API. Use cases we'll be discussing in coming sessions. Okay. Today, dot set here. Today is actually 2024, right? I am actually giving 2026 here, keeping the year as 2026. Just dot print. Set the year as 2026. Set month as December. Set the month as December. Okay. Set the day of the month. Set the day of the month I am keeping here as 12th. Set the day of the month it is taking 13th. If I give 14th, it is taking 15th again. It has taken local time. Set day of the month local time. I think local time means I think for in the UK now it is 6 a.m. I believe. We selected the time zone here as UK time zone, right? Europe time zone, right? Europe time zone. So it is giving the local time as Europe time zone. It is 7:20. Get local time. It is giving 6:27. Huh? There is a little confusion about these time zones, guys. Normally, it will give you the time in the GMT format, and if you use get local time, it should actually get the time based on the. We'll change the time zone here. We'll be able to understand better. I am changing it to Canada. I am changing it to Canada. It is also giving the same time, right? I'll explain about this one in detail about time zones, okay, in tomorrow session. So likewise, you can set the years, you can set month, you can set date using set month, set year, set date, guys. Okay. Okay. Any questions from anyone, guys? Any questions from anyone? Any questions from anyone, guys? Everyone. Nilima, any questions? Okay. From tomorrow onwards, we'll be discussing business rules topic, guys. Okay. Thank you, everyone. Thank you all.